our special guest is Jagmeet Singh, who's the federal leader of the NDP party. When he approached, I asked him, do you want to sit on a chair, or how would you like to partake? He's like, no, I want to stand with you. I want to pray with you. I've done it many times. I actually quite enjoy it. So I've never prayed beside a non-Muslim before. Actually, it was quite amazing because I think he prayed better than I did, mashallah. So without any further ado, I'd like to present Jagmeet Singh.
Thank you, brother. Assalamu alaikum. I grew up in Windsor, so a lot of my good friends were Lebanese, and they would always joke that because I was vegetarian and I don't drink or smoke, that I was a good Muslim, so they gave me the pass. Friends, I just want to say it's an honor to stand shoulder to shoulder with you. I want to tell you a couple of things that are important that I want you to know, because I want you to know that I'm on your side, that I'll stand with you. When I mentioned my best friend, his name is Walid Mansour, someone I grew up with. After 9/11, I know many Muslim brothers and sisters faced a lot of Islamophobia. And I faced it as well. You can imagine, with the beard and the turban, people didn't really ask me what my background was. They would just attack me with negative comments and hurtful language. And maybe some folks might have seen a video that happened about 1.5 years ago at an event I was holding. Someone came and attacked me with Islamophobic comments and negative comments. And in those comments, I never responded by saying I'm not a Muslim. And a lot of people ask me, Jagmeet, why didn't you just clarify? Because she was attacking you, the heckler was attacking you based on thinking that you were a Muslim. Why didn't you just clarify and say I'm not a Muslim? And I said to her, whenever I've been faced by Islamophobia, anytime I've been faced by hatred, my answer has never been, I'm not a Muslim. My answer has always been, hate is wrong. My answer has always been that once we see hate against one person, it will spread against all of us. And I think about my best friend. I would never say, if someone was attacking me with negative words, that I would say, oh, no, don't attack me, attack my best friend. I would never do that. And it taught me an important lesson, that we were all in this together. And the fight against negative language that we're going to see maybe in the upcoming election, the attempts to divide us, the attempts to point fingers at people. There's a tough time out here for a lot of folks. You'll know, and your friends and family, a lot of people are finding it difficult. There's job losses, wages and salaries are not high enough. It's hard to find a place to live. Homes are more and more expensive. Rent is expensive. It's hard. There's going to be some people that will use this fear and insecurity and uncertainty, and they're going to use it to divide us. They're going to use this worry that people have and use it to point fingers at our friends, point fingers at our neighbors, our co-workers, not the people responsible. We are in this position today with this uncertainty and fear because of decisions made by governments in Ottawa, governments in Toronto. And those decisions have made it harder and harder for us to get by. So what I propose to you is, if we come together, not only can we fight hatred, but we can fight this housing crisis. We can actually build more affordable houses. Not only can we fight the feeling of discrimination, but we can actually fight the unaffordability by investing in healthcare and making sure everyone in our country has access to medication. Because we're the only country in the world that has a healthcare system. A healthcare system you can go to and get diagnosed, but you can't afford the medication. Millions of Canadians can't afford the medication. But we are the only country in the world that doesn't include a medication coverage system in our universal healthcare. Why isn't that the case? We can change that. We can actually make sure that everyone in our country can access medication to manage their illness. It saves money for hospitals, it saves money for people. It actually makes our provinces and our healthcare system better. We also need to protect our environment, and I'm going to propose plans on how we can do that. And also create good jobs. So this is a little bit of my vision. I want you to know that I'll stand shoulder to shoulder with you. We can build a great country. We live in a great place already. Many of us come here and think it's a beautiful place. But there's some problems that we can make even better. And I look forward to working with you shoulder to shoulder to make those changes, to make this country even better, even just, and even more fair. Thank you very much. Inshallah, we can do this together. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, everybody.